Hi, Hippo.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for doing this video with me.
Welcome.
Well, we are in a whole new month. And it's the last month of RE for this year.
Whoa.
And then it'll be summer and lots of people take breaks.
Exciting.
I know, it's so exciting. And today I wanted to talk about a couple things.
What things?
First, our theme this month is play. And I know that
play.
you are really good at playing. And I know you're really good at playing. And so I don't really need to, teach a lot of things, but we will be learning some new games this month. And we'll be thinking about ways that we can play that aren't just games, not just board games and games you play with friends, but other ways of playing. So I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about change. Because there's a lot of change going on right now in our congregation. And one of the things that's happening is that our minister, and you know DL, right, Hippo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, DL is leaving our congregation.
Why?
Yeah, it's a good question. That's what I said. I think that's what a lot of people are wondering. And it just was the time for DL to go, partly because there was some hard conversations happening between DL and the board, and they actually had a mediator helping them with those conversations, which is amazing. That's what mediators do. And they were working on those conversations until it was so hard that they decided it was time to move on. So I just wanted to say that I'm proud of all the people that worked hard to have those hard conversations and to decide when it was best for them to move on to something new. So that's one thing I wanted to say, is that sometimes when something ends, like the time of DL being the minister,
Something also starts.
Exactly, Hippo. You're so smart. So, Hippo, how do you feel about DL leaving?
Sad.
Yeah, I feel really sad too. And I think a lot of parents out there and a lot of people in the congregation are feeling sad. Some of them are thinking, how can I change this? Or this can't be. There must be a mistake. Or maybe they feel a little angry, like who did this and whose fault is it, because there couldn't have been this fast change without somebody doing it. And I just was thinking that, this year has been really hard. COVID has been so hard. And people have been working really, really hard to make the congregation continue with our UU services. And so much work has gone into this that sometimes it gets to be too much. And so people just have to take care of themselves. And the other thing that I was thinking is that I want to teach you something. And so since our theme is play, but sometimes if you're really sad or you're really mad, you're not just going to get up and play a game. If you're like, oh, I'm just so sad, I just want to cry, or I'm so mad, I just want to throw my blocks around the room, and your mom was like, let's play hide and seek, you'd be like, ah. And so I have another way of kind of shaking things up. Do you know how you shake things up, Hippo? I can't hear you, you're whispering.
I said shake.
Yeah. So this is a way of shaking things up, kind of like how play shifts your mindset. This is another way to shift. It's called the emotional freedom technique. So it's kind of like freeing your emotions. When they're all bottled up inside, you're really sad and you don't know how to talk about it, or you're so mad you just can't relate to anybody. This is kind of like freeing your emotions, and it's kind of funny and fun. So I want to see if you can do it.
Okay.
It's also called tapping, because this is how it goes.
Tap.
You just tap different parts of your body. So we're going to start by tapping the very top of our head. And this is what it looks like. This is all it is. Oh, Hippo, you can't reach the top of your head. Do you want me to tap it for you?
I'm doing it.
Oh, good job. So you just do that for like a minute. So maybe a little longer than this, but I'm going to move on to another spot now. And kids and families at home, do this with me. It's so funny and silly, but it actually shifts the way that you feel inside. So now we're going to do this one right at the third eye, right between and above your regular eyes, right here. Oh, Hippo, you really can't reach there. Oh, no, Hippo. We'll shift to one that's easier for you. Now we're going to do right here, right on your cheekbones. Can you reach? Do you have cheekbones, Hippo?
No.
You just have a giant nose.
This is my cheekbone.
There you go. You can do right there, Hippo. Perfect. Look at you. Good job, Hippo. So we're just going to do 4 spots today. This is the last one. Right on your heart. Can you reach there?
I think my nose is in the way. There we go.
Oh, perfect. You can kind of move around. You can do up under your collarbone and right on your sternum. And now we're going to end our tapping session with our bee breath, which I taught to some of the kids last week on our Zoom call. Hippo, you weren't there. I'll teach you the bee breath. So you take a big breath, and then when you let it out, you plug your ears. Oh, Hippo, you can't reach your ears. Okay, you plug your ears, and then you hum as you breathe out. So it looks like this.
I got it. Hippo
can breathe for a long time. Good job, Hippo. How do you feel?
I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. So you can do that bee breath anytime you want. Maybe you could just go a little farther away so that I can keep talking to the kids.
Okay.
And kids, you can do that bee breath whenever you want because it actually shifts how your nervous system is processing things. So if you feel overwhelmed or any other emotion, you can just do that bee breath like Hippo is right now, and it helps your body just settle. It helps all that stress kind of just calm, like a calm lake, like a calm pool. And you can imagine the bee coming and smelling the flower as deeply as it can and then humming as it breathes out on that beautiful flower. So these are things that are helpful for when things are hard. And you can even teach it to your parents for if they're having a hard time with DL leaving. And the last thing that I wanted to say is we have a whole bunch of kids in our congregation who are changing schools this year or did last year in the middle of the pandemic. They started a new school. So some of them started kindergarten or middle school or high school. And even one of them graduated from high school and started college. She moved away to a different town, a different state, and started college away from her parents in the middle of a pandemic.
Wow.
So this Sunday, we are going to celebrate those kids that are either changing this coming year or last year. And Hippo, that's another thing, another way that people change. They move on and move up.
From schools.
In school. And sometimes people move houses. Sometimes people move jobs. And so that's like what you just said about endings are also
beginnings.
Yeah. So maybe you finish elementary school.
But then you start whatever was next. I don't even know the schools.
You start middle school. Yeah.
And then you end middle school and start tittle school.
High school.
And then you end high school and start college?
Yeah. Well, some people start college. Some people travel.
Oh,
some people start working a job. There's so many options when you're done with high school.
And then after college, you go to college.
College. Some people do more school after college.
College.
they get a master's degree from another school.
Wow.
And they keep going to school. Some people start working. Some people do all kinds of other things with their lives. So that's the other thing about endings, is that they're opportunities to do something new. And so with that, I say congratulations to all of the kids who are moving up or who moved up this last year, and sending so much love to DL as DL transitions to a new thing. And we're just going to send all of them off on their new thing with all of our love and support and courage. Let's say goodbye now, Hippo. Goodbye, everybody. We love you. This is the sign for I love you.